When I spoke to the Speaker of the Assembly right now, he told me that he had invited the opposition that is at the moment blocking the parliament to as a dialogue, and I do hope that the opposition will accept that, because I think that was a good idea, and the Speaker said he would also, it is something that he was also thinking. I think it would be good to discuss the one thing that is the point of contention, the agreement on the association with Serb communities, with Serb municipalities, to discuss that in the parliament and also vote on it. It is an agreement between two states, and from my parliamentary opinion, it is something that also a parliament should vote on. So I hope that with that, the opposition will also be willing to return to the parliament and discuss, and not use any forms of physical violence that I have told publicly, and I've told them personally as well, that both throwing eggs or using tear gas is something I do not like outside of a parliament, but even less inside a parliament. And I say that as having been a member of an opposition in my own home country, in Austria, for 10 years, at times when we had a government that was a government with a right-wing, some extreme right-wing people in there, which I did not appreciate at all. But throwing tear gas or using eggs in a parliament is something for me totally unacceptable. Parliament is where dialogue needs to take place, where the word, speaking, arguments should count, and not other forms. So I do hope that also the opposition will come back and discuss and debate. Now, about the dialogue. Oh yes, one more thing about the dialogue between Kosovo and Serbia. I think it also would be a good idea if the government, before they went to a next session of the dialogue, and also afterwards, would address the assembly as soon as possible, and just inform about what they want in the dialogue, and afterwards what has been decided. Waiting so long as has been the case recently in September, August, September, I think it would be better to do that immediately. And about the dialogue with Kosovo and Serbia, I have heard and have been told that I had been misquoted after the UNESCO vote, the unfortunate one on Monday, that I supposedly said that I would think Kosovo should block the dialogue. I did not say that, and I do not mean that either. What I said is that I think the European Union in the dialogue should really look more into implementing everything that has been agreed. What Serbia did with the UNESCO bid of Kosovo, and also how, for example, Prime Minister Vučić reacted after the vote on Monday, is not in the spirit of good neighborly relations. And for me, there are three parts that, and I said yesterday when I spoke to students here in Pristina, I said I was very angry because it was also my part where where I come from, the European Parliament, European Union, where members of the EU or EU member states were not united in supporting Kosovo in that bid. And well, there are 5 non-recognizers who I would have expected to abstain, at least all of them. And even countries that have an embassy here, have a presentation here, like Slovakia, they voted against. I found that really totally unacceptable. And also that 2 recognizers abstained. This is a really bad setback for the European Union as such, because it shows again that we're not united on issues like that. On supporting a country like Kosovo to get into UNESCO, which, coming back to what Serbia was doing in their campaign, which had quite a level of hatred in it as well. I mean, if you want Serb cultural and religious heritage to be protected in Kosovo, the best way is to join UNESCO, to have Kosovo join UNESCO, because then UNESCO will monitor it.